Hey everybody, Matt Aponte here, personal empowerment coach. In this short video, I'm going to share with you my personal 3-step process to completely eliminate and bust stress out of your life. If you run into anxiety, if you run into a point in your day when you're just feeling overwhelmed, a lot of stress and anxiety, maybe it's about one thing or a lot of things overall, this 3-step process that I've been sharing with a lot of my one-on-one clients and consultations has been working great for them. I use it whenever I need it, and I'm going to share it with you now so you can benefit from it as well. And if you watch to the end of the video, I'm going to share with you a couple extra bonus tips too. Things that you can do around your house and your environment to help regulate and lower your anxiety levels. So everybody these days, it seems, is suffering from stress. We came out of a COVID year. There's a whole stress of the pandemic and all this other stuff that's going on, yada, yada, yada. And we don't even have to be in a pandemic year, but if you watch the news every single morning, or if you watch it throughout the day, well, you're gonna live a stressful life because there is very little that is good on the news. And so if you go through life, let's say you have a really challenging exchange with someone, or you get bad news, or something happens throughout your day, and you are all of a sudden in a very stressful state. You just can't deal with it, and you just have to take a beat. Or some people are not aware that they're in a stressful state, and what ends up happening is that ends up plowing a path throughout the rest of the day of continuing arguments or sparking arguments with other people and just having an overall shitty day, right? So what do? Here's a 3-step process. Number 1, which is the most important part, is be aware. Awareness. You have to be aware that you are in this agitated and stressful state, this anxiety-ridden state. Once you're aware that you're in this state, you're then psychologically allowed to do something to alter the state and make it better, okay? High levels of stress is simply low levels of positive energy within your cells. And so I'm going to show you here in step number 3 on how to fix that. What a lot of people say is that when you're in high levels of stress, take a minute and meditate. That doesn't work, and I'm going to tell you why. And if you've ever tried this before, and if you've had a run-in with an ex or an argument with your spouse or what have you, and you're like, I have to meditate, and you go and you try and meditate, what happens? You silence the mind, and then your mind constantly spins on what? On the emotional charge that you're experiencing. The emotional charge that you're experiencing, the discomfort, if it's strong enough, and many times it is not going to allow you to get into a meditative state, because meditative state requires that you clear your mind. It requires that you clear your mind yourself. It requires that you do some breathing exercises. Well, guess what? While you're breathing in and out, no matter how hard you try, if this is constantly bombarding your mental space, you are not going to be able to block it out. Some people can, who are very accomplished meditators and who know how to get themselves out of a state. However, for the most part, if you've tried it before, you've failed, and this is why. So what do? Step number 1, be aware. I'm in a shitty state. I want to change this. That's number 1. That's the most important thing. You can't do anything unless you're aware. So number 1, you're aware. Number 2, what can you do? What you have to do is you have to distract yourself psychologically, mentally. You have to distract the energy that your mind is creating and focusing on this negative subject or instance. So how do you do that? Well, what I do is that sometimes I'll search for something funny. I'll search for a comedic stand-up bit on YouTube or on Netflix, or I'll do something with my hands. I'll go work on something. But see, here's the key. It has to be something that takes your attention completely. A lot of people like to go and say, well, I'm just going to clean the house. And they're cleaning the house, and they're cleaning the house. But while you're cleaning, your mind is still going and stewing, right? Or you can go doing something physically, like going for a walk, can help at times, but it is not as effective. You have to bring something into your view of attention, out of your peripheral, into your centerline focus that distracts your energy. And it usually is something that's gonna be funny. Watch a funny movie. Go on TikTok and scroll, or watch funny cat movies, or watch funny dog movies, or pet movies, or whatever it is. Find something that's funny, or find something that will completely distract you mentally. This is the key here. Number 2 is distract yourself mentally. If you can do something that also distracts you mentally and physically, that's an extra plus or bonus. Don't go ride a bike. We know the reason why is because you know how to ride a bike without thinking of it. What does that do? That occupies your physical body in your autonomous state, but your mental state can still keep on stewing. So what can happen? You're riding your bike, you're getting your exercise in, and you're still thinking about how that person pissed you off. Oh, I can't believe that they did this. And you're pedaling faster, and your heartbeat is going more, right? No, you have to distract your mental capacity. So what I do, laughter is always a really, really good stress buster. So find something, cats, cute dogs, animals, puppies. If your favorite comedian has a channel on YouTube, follow them, watch them, take 5, 10, 15, 30 minutes, however long it takes for you to mentally distract yourself. Once you have mentally distracted yourself and you are now like, you know what, I'm no longer thinking about that. Well, you're not done yet, because what happened is that stressful state that had to cause you to take however long it is out of your day and mentally distract you so that way you're not thinking about it anymore, that mental state has now drained your energy. Now all of your cells in your body are low on or devoid of oxygen. So there's a chance that as soon as your mental focus is redirected, let's say you go out of your room and then all of a sudden you're faced again with the other opposer, whether it's your spouse, your wife, your friend, your roommate, or you're in a workspace and you took some time in the lunchroom or in your car and then you go back in, you might be feeling good, but you go back in and boom, you're faced with that situation again. Maybe it's your boss. Well, you may not have the energy to deal with it. So now, step 3 is you have to recharge your energy. And how do you do that? Very simple. It takes 3 minutes, and it's a simple breathing exercise. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna breathe in for the count of 4, hold for 7 seconds, okay? So breathe in for 4 count, hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and while you're holding, this is a little trick, push the oxygen into your head, okay? So inhale, hold for 7 while pushing the oxygen into your head, okay? You are shifting, oxygen is energy, you're shifting the energy into your mental state. You're putting it in your head. 7, then exhale for 8. So once you've held your breath, then exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you do it again. In for the 4, hold for 7, blow out for 8. Do that for 3 minutes. You will feel like a new person. I promise you. So that is the 3-step, very simple process to completely eliminate stress from your life and take a highly ridden anxiety situation and disperse it. And if you know exactly, let's say you have something on hand, you have your favorite TikTok feed that makes you laugh because it's penguins doing funny things or it's puppies looking cute. If you already have that, you can have that. I know where I'm gonna go. Boom, I gotta distract myself. 5 minutes. 5 minutes is all it takes, right? If it's funny enough, it's cute enough. The great thing is that positive energy will override and dissipate negative energy and focus. So couple of minutes there, let's say 5-6 minutes watching the funny stuff, you're in a good state, you're laughing, you're feeling better now. Okay, now I have to recharge my energy, just take 3 minutes. This is something you can literally do 10 minutes of your day and completely change your day. And if you want to do it for bonus points, come home. Let's say you've had a stressful day. The boss was kind of up your ass, or your coworker was just, pissing you off. And you don't want to be in a shitty state when you're home with your family and your kids or your partner and whatnot. So do this in the car. Do it on the way home. Put TikTok or something funny, or listen to your favorite comedian on your phone or whatnot while you're driving home and you're laughing and you're funny. You're like, oh my God, this is so funny. All right, you're feeling good. Now recharge your energy for 3 minutes, and that's all you have to do. And I promise you, it will change your freaking life, okay? So that is my 3-step process to completely changing your state, energizing yourself at a cellular level, and boosting your energy throughout the rest of the day. Now, I mentioned some bonus things. So what are some bonus things that you can do throughout your day to keep your stress levels lower and keep you at a state where you can more easily deal with stress? Well, many studies have proven that having pictures of nature, or even what I do, and probably a lot of videos you hear it, I have nature sounds. I have birds chirping, winds blowing, forest sounds always playing in the background. Why? Why does that do something to us psychologically? Well, there are certain frequencies that happen in nature with the winds blowing and the birds chirping that resonate with our brain. Our brain recognizes those and automatically begins to reduce dopamine. And dopamine is a feel-good neurotransmitter. I was about to say neurotoxin, neurotransmitter. And so we're just gonna feel good. And it keeps us in a good freaking state all the time. Why do you think every time I'm on the video here, I'm feeling good? Because I got birdies playing in the background. Another thing that you can do is green. Put some green. So I have plants, I have this guy here, I have another plant there, and I have another plant there, and I have another plant over there, and we have plants all downstairs. Green, greenery, the color green, you could even paint an accent wall in your office green, but the color green actually stimulates what's called killer T cells. There was this huge study that was done on it last year, or no, year before last. And they showed that just spending time, people that spent few hours in the woods in a park or whatever, drastically boosted their killer T cells by 40%. So they started to dissect it. What really is it? Sounds of nature, wind blowing, being connected with earth so you can dissipate and ground out. That's a huge thing. But one of the biggest things was the color green. Now, why? Why is the color green so fascinating? Well, if we think about colors are just frequencies, right? So guess what the frequency range of the color green is? Well, it's from 6 to 7 hertz. Guess what hertz that also corresponds to with one of the 5 states of human consciousness in our brain? The theta range. When our brains are in a theta state, it is also the same state that you get into when you're meditating, when you're in a very high level relaxed state, maybe just before you drift off into sleep or napping. Now there's lower levels of theta that are associated with naps and light sleep and dreaming, but the higher levels of theta, which is in the 6 to 7 range, are associated with a dopamine release, are associated with meditation, with non-transcendental meditation, but quick meditation. The color green triggers this state in your brain. So if you want to do some hacks around your house or in your office space, put up some pictures of some trees, some forest, bring in some actual live plants. They don't have to be live, it just has to be the color green. Add more green throughout your space. And coincidentally, I am wearing green here. So by you looking at me and seeing green, I could be boosting the dopamine levels in your brain right now. Who knows? I don't know. But those are the 2 bonus things I wanted to share with you. The frequencies of nature have been proven over and over and over again by science to put us in a calm and relaxed state. And the color green just takes it that much further. So that's it. One more thing I forgot to tell you. I'm cutting this in here in this video. In the link below, I created a guided session. Okay, it's a 5-minute emergency detox session that takes you through this breathing exercise I showed you in this video. If you want it for free, you can download the MP3 and keep it on your phone. And this way you have a guided session that takes you through this 5-minute breathing exercise. Okay, so go ahead and click on the link below and get your... I hope you enjoyed this, the 3 steps to completely eliminating stress and busting anxiety in your life. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe for more videos like this. And if you're on YouTube, you can click the link below and go on over to IsoSync Labs, where I have created frequencies and brainwave entrainment sessions to help you sleep your best, to wake up and enjoy the best day of your life, to stay focused, to reduce stress and anxiety on demand. And all you have to do is press play. So go check it out. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.